Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Akala ko nakalimutan na yung chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll be very, very quick. I'd like to ask, because I forgot to ask Colonel Grijaldo regarding the Special Investigation Task Force. Was there a final result of the investigation?
The submission of the resolution of the
Yes.
SITG was already submitted to the CIDG, Your Honor.
So may nahuli na ba, na-identify na ba yung mga assailant, yung nakita sa CCTV? Were they
Your Honor,
apprehended?
I
Or
have
was there
no,
any case filed against a particular person?
I have no personal knowledge as to the resolution being done by the SITG, Your Honor.
That's unusual because you're part of the Special Investigation Task Force, hindi ba? Would you know?
Your Honor, I was already relieved from my position as the Chief of Police of Mandaluyong before it was resolved, Your Honor.
Yeah, because Mr. Chair, if I can recall, last hearing, there was no individual that was charged in relation to the murder case of General Baruga. That's so unfortunate because the government invested so much. They even created a special investigative task force to really unearth what caused and what are the culprits and what are the reason behind this murder. And yet so ironic because walang nakasuhan. Yun lang po. That's just my manifestation, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I'd like invite to the attention of General Wilkins Villanueva. Sir, magandang gabi po, sir. I'd like to take off from the line of questioning of Congressman Keith Flores earlier. I know these questions have been asked and then in the earlier previous hearings that we had, and I believe you have also, in fairness to you, you have also responded quite extensively on some areas concerns by the committee. Just like to zero in on the issue of the Dumoy raid. Vis-a-vis, there's also another raid that happened, hindi ba? Apart from the Dumoy raid, there's also another area which a raid was also conducted, and there was also the issue on the Arlene apartment, no? So, Mr. Chair, if I may understand it correctly, these are three separate occasions and events, but interlocking altogether. Tama ho ba, General Wilkins?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, thank you very much. Earlier you said, and the portion of that you have already answered the question of Congressman Kit, but there seems to be, for me, sa akin lang po, in my own understanding, I'd just like to tighten some loose ends, no? Tighten up some loose ends. So, yes, you have already confirmed that there was the Dumloy raid in 2024, that this is a product of a 3-month surveillance. And apart from that, there was also a separate raid, no, in other location within Davao City. Ano po ba yung location na to, Mr. Chairman, General Wilkins?
There was a warehouse, chemical warehouse in Agdao.
Agdao, tama, Agdao. Agdao. So there's the Dumloy, and there's the Agdao, and there's the Bunawan.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Akala ko ba, so tatlong raid po ito nangyari?
Tatlo, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So iba pa ho yung Arlene Apartments.
Yung
no?
Arlene apartment, Mr. Chair, is not a raid. It's a
Yes.
visit.
Okay. Okay. So gusto ko lang pong this was also, the raid was conducted by the same joint operation. Tama po ba?
No, Mr. Chair, on different days, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, but the same
operation.
team, same operation, same
Yes,
teams
Mr.
involved. Okay. So when you say joint operation, same team, you were talking about your unit, which you represent in this case sa PIDEA po, no?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
And then with the assistance, of course, of the PNP, local PNP.
Yes,
Tama po
Mr.
ba?
Chair.
And what other agencies?
EDSOT, Mr. Chair.
EDSOT.
EDSOT.
I'm not-
And yung
Yes.
PACER, Mr. Chair, yung police, PACER, police emergency response, Your Honor. Ito yung na pumalit sa PAOK TF, Your Honor.
Can you be so kind enough, General Wilkins, as to spell out to us the acronym of ETSOT? Kasi I'm not
Okay, sir.
good at-
Papa Alpha Charlie Echo
No, I mean,
Romeo.
what does it stand for?
Police Anti-Crime and Emergency Response, Mr. Chair.
But this is still under, unit ba ito under PNP or PDEA?
Unit yan, sir, that was created to replace the PAOK TF,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you. So who heads among these three agencies? What are the coordination in terms of the one on top of everything, no? Monitoring, handling, the surveillance, doing all the directives. Which among these agencies would you say that you'll be your?
It was me. It was me, Mr. Chair.
Sino po?
I had the overall.
Yes. So meaning to say, in terms of the principle of command and responsibility, as well as concept of command and responsibility that applies to you po in this particular surveillance, in this particular raid. Tama po ba?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, kanina po ang sagot niyo po kay Congressman Keith Flores, General, was that you already submitted a surveillance report. Tama po ba?
No, Mr. Chair. We submitted the after operation report of the Dumoy laboratory, the conduct of the clandestine laboratory operation at Dumoy. We also submitted a spot report on the raid, on the implementation of search warrant on the warehouse, chemical warehouse at Agdao, Davao City, and also submitted after operation report on the implementation of warrant dun sa Bunawan, Davao City, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so
Everything was submitted to the National Office of the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency.
okay. So kanina po and in early previous hearings, you mentioned that you have already invested so much on the surveillance, no? Doon po sa Dumoy, no, before you have conducted the raid. In fact, those personalities that you've mentioned, Joe Chua, Alan C., you have actually followed these individuals as part of your monitoring surveillance, no? Would you say that the same degree of surveillance was also been made on the three separate locations that you had conducted the raid? Halimbawa, ang Agdao ba yun, sir?
In Agdao, Mr. Chair, kita namin kasi doon lang sila kumukuha ng mga crates, wooden boxes, papunta doon sa Dumoy Laboratory, Mr. Chair. So walang tao doon sa Agdao. Doon sa Bunawan, Mr. Chair, is doon naglalagay yung si Alex Kim and si Jong Pilapil naman, Mr. Chair, is one of those in charge dun sa nakikita parate, dun sa Bunawan Polytex Foam Factory, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, yung sa surveillance po, how do you prepare the surveillance report? Is it you who signed the surveillance report or including those other agencies that were involved in the operation?
Every end of the day, Mr. Chair, I collect all the reports. And then, delegate again kung ano yung next na duty nung incoming teams. Ina-analyze kasi namin yan, Mr. Chair, every day. Kung pwedeng tigilan na yung ibang personalities dahil every day, Mr. Chair, dumadami na dumadami yung person of interest. So, every day or twice a week, i-eliminate kami ng persons of interest so that makatutok talaga kami dun sa talagang nag-manage or operators ng clandestine laboratory, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, to whom did you submit the surveillance report again?
Sa akin sila nagsasubmit. However, it was covered by the case operation plan. I submit progress report sa National Office, Mr. Chair, as far as the case operation plan is concerned.
So, if for example, Mr. Chair, we request that surveillance report that you have prepared, would you think that it would be available for this committee to?
Everything was submitted sa National Office, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Which actually prompted the surveillance? What is it your decision, Mr. Chair, or was it part of the overall decision of all of the STRI agencies involved in the operation?
Come again,
Was it?
Mr. Chair. I didn't.
Yes, thank you. What prompted the surveillance? Is it because you have already a lead that prompted your office to conduct a monitoring and surveillance, including all of these other two agencies?
Mr. Chair, it started October 26, October 26 of 2004, when an information coming from the Intelligence and Investigations Division Service from the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency informed me that there is an impending arrival of a Chinese chemist to Davao City on that particular flight. The information came from our counterpart from the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration. So on that day, we immediately prepared surveillance team to follow yung sinasabi nilang Chinese chemist na padating sa Davao. And it started from there. Hanggang sa dumating sila doon sa Arlene apartment. Doon tumuloy yung dalawang Chinese chemist, according sa information, doon tumuloy, habang sinusundan namin, tumuloy sila sa Arlene apartment, Mr. Chair. So we started the surveillance operation there.
Okay. So just to, in order for this committee to be more appreciative of the timeline, this happened months before the Dumoy raid, or
Months before. 3 months before the Rumoy raid, Mr. Chair.
Okay,
Because
so-
it started October 26, 2004.
So the chemist that you were referring to, was it Alansi?
No, Mr. Chair.
Sino po yun? Would
Hindi
you know?
namin kilala, Mr. Chair. Walang pangalan, Mr. Chair. Basta, nasunda namin, papunta sa Arlene apartment, and from there, we started the whole coverage of surveillance. Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, wala siya during that time na nang-raid kami, Mr. Chair. Wala yung dalawa doon, Mr. Chair.
But you mentioned in the previous hearings, Mr. Chair, General, that you already had a lead doon po sa case ni itong certain Alan C. That you have monitored and survey, yung magkaroon po kayo ng surveillance. In fact, dinikitan nyo po for past 3 months, no?
Yes, Mr.
Tama.
Chair.
Okay. So this was before the arrival of these two Chinese nationals who allegedly are chemists and may involved in drug manufacturing. Meron na po kayong lead with Alan C.
Wala pa, Mr. Chair.
So doon po nag-lead yung tong two chemist lead
Doon
that led
nag-start.
you
Doon nag-start ang investigation, Mr. Chair.
with Alan C.
Doon sa Arlene apartment,
Okay.
kung saan tumuloy yung mga Chinese, Mr. Chair.
So, I'd just like to go down to details, no? Pardon me, General Wilkins, kasi gusto ko lang pong, sabi ko nga, maintindihan, may mga medyo gray area pa ako na hindi masyadong magets. And don't hesitate to correct my data, ha?
Yes, Mr.
General,
Chair.
Mr. Chair. Again, during the raid in Dumoy, 6 Chinese nationals were killed. Tama po ba, according to you, no?
6 nationals.
6 Chinese nationals.
Mr. Chair.
Just to refresh the memory, no, ng mga members dito, ano po yung manner ng kanilang pagpatay when you entered the premises? Were armed? Were they, in what manner by which the agents at that time had decided to directly fire at these 6 nationals, which resulted to the death of these individuals?
Mr. Chair, we divided our team do sa first floor, second floor, at yung perimeter. Pagpasok namin, Mr. Chair, kita agad namin lulong yung mga in-check na naandun, sir. Lulong sa droga. Kumbaga, talaga nagwawala yung mga, may baril sila. So, doon nagkaputukan, Mr. Chair. Doon sa conduct of clandestine laboratory operation, Mr. Chair, as much as possible, ayaw namin pumutok doon. Kasi, any spark, may hydrogenator kasi doon sa clandestine laboratory, Mr. Chair. And any
It might
spark,
explode. yung the entire facility,
Yes,
halimbawa.
explode yung entire facility. That's why ang instruction ko, kasi yun yung training namin, coming from the trained kami ng United States Drug Enforcement Administration. So wag kayong walang puputok doon hangga't maaari. So yun ang instruction. Pagpasok pa lang namin, Mr. Chair, nagwawala na yung mga incheck na naandun. Pumuputok.
Okay. So sinabi niyo po may mga baril sila, which again, let me go back to the surveillance report. Nandun po sa surveillance report na sinite po niyo kung anong klaseng baril ang mga natagpuan niyo po na dala-dala or nasa side ng mga Chinese nationals, which actually made you decide to engage in firefight against, with this allegedly mga drug. Hindi allegedly kasi sabi mo nagdodroga sila, no? Ano pong klaseng mga baril ang hawak nila?
Mr. Chair, during the surveillance operation, wala kami nakikitang baril. Kasi
No, I'm sorry. During the raid.
spot report.
Yes, spot
Spot
report.
report.
Okay.
Spot report, I cannot remember fully. Basta may nakita kami, may ginamit silang 45 pistol, 1911. May ginamit silang 9mm pistol, 9mm pistol. Hindi ito Mr. Chair, tunay na ito, hindi paltik. Basta I believe parang may 4 na baril na nakuha doon, Mr. Chair. At yung dalawa, Mr. Chair, is unarmed during that time. But I'd like to say na yung isa doon, Mr. Chair, is nakuha natin doon sa pinakadulo, pinakasulok, nagtatago, doon nakipag-agawa ng baril sa member ng AIDSOT, Mr. Chair. Kaya nakipagbarilan din yung AIDSOT at pinatay din yung isang incheck na nang aagaw ng baril doon, Mr.
So
Chair.
all of this information were available or were
Doon sa spot report,
sa
Mr.
SPART.
Chair.
Would you know, Mr. Chair, kung saan niyo po na-submit itong transport sa national?
We submitted that to the PDEA National Office. Doon sa National Office, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask PDEA. PDEA, can you confirm whether if there is a spot report that were submitted to your office involving the raid at Dumao? Dumao, no? Dumoy, sorry. Sir, Dumoy raid?
Yes, Mr.
In detail, including all of the circumstance by which these Chinese nationals were killed, including all those arms that were also collected within the area, PDEA?
Yes, Mr. Chair, but the spot report, sir, is limited in details.
What do you mean limited in details?
There's a narration of the facts, only the daytime and the place of the incident, and the operating unit. But the weapons recovered, only one, sir, caliber 45.
Can you speak louder po? Sorry po, sir. Medyo mas matanda ho ang tainga ko sa iyo.
Only one pistol recovered, sir, that is caliber 45,
Yeah.
based on the spot report.
General Wilkins, you mentioned about a certain arms, but according to Asik Gumban, this is only one.
We don't know, Mr. Chair. Soko na ang Mr. Chair, nag-investigate. Immediately, pumasok na ang Soko doon, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
But
So-
we saw firearms there, Mr. Chair.
But did
May
you...
picture yun, Mr. Chair.
Okay. But did you also include that in your SPART report?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Pidea, I just want to clarify something because this is part of the loose ends that I want to tighten up. Was there any spot report? Was there, narinig niyo naman po si General Wilkins, that firearms were photographed, they were also collected, and they were submitted to you attached with the spot report?
Usually, sir, the spot report is just the spot report.
Do you have
is
it right
just,
now with you?
We have the spot report, sir.
Okay, can you please read to us the salient features or salient portions of that spot report?
Yes, sir. Operation details, date and time, December 31, 2004, 12 o'clock a.m. or that is midnight. Place of arrest, MacArthur Highway, Dumoy, Davao City, Davao del Sur. Operation type, search warrant. Issued by Honorable Judge, no name.
Can you go directly to the ones that I would like to solicit information from General Wilkins? How many firearms were there reported in this report?
Weapons recovered. Firearms, ammunition, magazine, quantity of ammunition, 0, magazine, 0. Description, pistol, caliber 45, no serial number.
Who signed that spot report, Asek Gumban? Who prepared that?
This is unsigned, sir, but this is the spot report that we have recovered. That is 20 years ago, sir.
I know, but do you have a signature there? That
None, sir.
None? General Wilkins, is it part of the spot report supposedly that you signed the report?
Yes, Mr. Chair. May mga pictures pang kasama doon sa spot report namin, Mr. Chair.
yes, okay.
And indicating doon yung mga baril na nakuha, Mr. Chair. Kung saan nakuha yung baril, kung nasaan yung tao, nandun lang, may complete picture yun sa Mr. Chair.
So I don't know if we are referencing to the same document because apparently Asek Gumban is reading on the paper, on the document that is with him now, right now, and there's no signature. There's only one mention of a pistol, and we're talking about 6 Chinese nationals who were killed on the spot. And they were, according to General Wilkins, they were quite... How many pistols would you recall?
Parang 4 yun, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, but it does not go with the
Yun-
spot report that they
Mr.
have.
Chair.
Yes, please.
Kasi yung binigay ko sa National Office is the complete spot report. Yung pinapakita nila, Mr. Chair, is coming from the database na, sir. Wala namang narrative doon. Kung in-encode nila yon, hindi kompleto, hindi tama yung pagkakakuha nila doon sa spot report. Kasi, Mr. Chair, yung spot report na pinadala namin, kompleto yon with picture.
Okay. Maybe, Mr. Chair, kasi medyo late na rin po, just request, Mr. Chair, that if there's an available spot report, apart from what you're holding right now, Asik Gumban, maybe you can also locate this spot report and then show the committee, or whether that's the only spot report that you have as in relation to Dumoy raid.
Except for the spot report, sir, we have also the logbook. And in the logbook, there was no mention of recovered pistol or recovered firearms.
Do you have the logbook right now? Maybe, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sir, we have submitted it last year to the committee.
Okay. Maybe, Mr. Chair, next hearing, I'd like to delve more into this because this is a very widely publicized raid. No less than then the mayor of Davao City, President Duterte, was present after the raid. That's how important the Dumoy raid is. It was widely publicized and reported in major local circulation. So I'm just wondering why there seems to be two versions on the same story and same incident that happened. General Wilkins, the reason why I ask you to do not hesitate to correct my records because I'm basing my questions on the documents that we are in possession. So right now, I'm looking at the details on how the Chinese were killed and the manner by which they were killed and why they were killed and how many pistols were there sequestered or collected. According to you, kasi kayo po yung head nung operation na yun, and I also believe that you have prepared this spot report. How come PIDEA now cannot provide us with the spot report as you described it, when in fact, according to you, you have submitted all of these documents to the PIDEA National?
Mr. Chair, I suggest, Mr. Chair, we can also ask the SOCO of Region 11, Philippine National Police SOCO. Kasi sila yung nag-conduct ng after scene of the crime operation. But definitely, Mr. Chair, kasi part of the spot report, may 2 police na tinamaan doon, sir, Mr. Chair, on different places, on different area.
Okay.
So, imposible na nakikipagbarilan ng pulis tapos isa lang baril ang nakuha.
Okay. I think, Mr. Chair, no, with all due respect and in fairness to you, General Wilkins, kung ako po tatanungin mo, in your professional life, this would be one of your crowning moments because you were able to stop the local manufacturing of drugs. That's the reason why I'm very confused because this is something that you should be proud of. Tapos yung basic na part actually of a protocol of a procedure of a raid that has been already been successfully conducted is yung report in black and white comprehensively at i-report sa national headquarters, in this case ang PIDEA. I am just trying to let me finish my my manifestation and then later on I'll give you the time to respond. Bakit sa ngayon when I'm asking the spot report mukhang dalawang version at hindi magkatugma? Ang sagot niyo po, explanation and with the document that the PIDEA is now in possession. So yes, General Wilkins.
Mr. Chair, yung spot report na ibinigay namin, kompleto yon, Mr. Chair. Actually, I have a copy of that spot report before. But nasira lahat yon, Mr. Chair, nung nagkabro ng bagyong Undoy. Actually, may kopya pa ako sa laptop ko noon during that time. Nakurap lahat yon, Mr. Chair. The only thing that I had during that time, na kompleto from start of the case operation plan hanggang sa first progress report, hanggang sa fourth progress report, hanggang sa spot report na ipinadala namin sa PIDEA.
Okay.
Usually, sir, sa PIDEA, talagang operation center ang tumatanggap niyan. At pag kinulit ng operation center, itatype yan dun sa NDIS, yung National Drug Information System. Hindi natin alam somewhere along the line bakit hindi na ipasok yung baril. But, Mr. Chair, pinagpiestahan ito ng pulis. Pinagpiestahan ito ng AIDSOT. Ang daming na-promote sa kanila, Mr. Chair, because of that spot report. Nagumawa rin si Colonel Asierto. And doon sa spot report ni Colonel Asierto, meron din silang baril na in-report doon, Mr. Chair. It's not only one, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, I don't argue on that, and I believe that meron nga spot report. It's just that hindi ko nga mahanap. That's why I'm asking for it. And apparently, Asik Gumban,